welcome to the Dave's World YouTube channel, your home for automotive mechanical entertainment. So I thought it would be really fun to take my GTO up to East Coast Supercharging today. What I'm doing is I'm going to be meeting Doug, the owner of the company. He does all the tunes on the property to pretty much every car that comes in and out of the shop. And I was talking to him about basically the importance of why you should use a professional when it comes to tuning. What I learned throughout the years is a lot of people do not understand tuning, what it should cost, why you should have it done, street tuning versus dyno tuning, what the difference is. What I decided to do is, since he's going to be working on a G8, I wanted to bring my Pontiac up there so we can film that Pontiac. And what I was going to do is, while he's doing the street tune, I'm going to put a camera on the car and let him talk about what he does for a living and what he does to the car while he's doing the street tune. I thought it would be a really fun video to make, and I wanted to blow the dust on my GTO, so it'll give me a reason to take it up there. Unfortunately, today was the only day that he can do it, so I have to drive it up there potentially in the rain, which I would never ever do with this car because it's my favorite car. So whatever, it's part of life. I have to deal with things sometimes. So what I'm going to do is we'll drive up the East Coast Supercharging, and once we get there, the next scene will be Doug inside the G8 talking about what he does for a living and what he is doing to the car, and then we'll talk a little bit when he's finished. Hi everyone, so even though I have a YouTube channel, everybody in the G8 community knows me as the guy that develops the big brake kits for the G8. I would like to invite everyone to check out g8brakes.com. You can see samples that I've done for previous clients. There's tech information about doing a CTSV swap on the G8, as well as you can contact me if you need help trying to put big brakes on your car. I appreciate you checking the website out, and thank you very much.
So basically what we've done so far, we pulled both the ECM and TCM files stock and saved them, just so I always have them for backup. And then from there I go back to the last, this is an 09 G8, so I'll go back to the same operating system, year, and identical mods, and basically take my last dyno tune and swap VIN, drop it in the car. I'm going to be very close. Every car is a little different, and I have to make sure that everything in this car is functioning properly. O2 sensors are reading right, mass airflow sensors are reading correctly, all the temp sensors are reading correctly, because all of that will throw off the tune if they're not. So on this particular car, being that the mods are relatively mild, we just did cold air intake and some catted headers. We're not going to do a full dyno tune on this one. We're going to do a street tune, which is, like I said, basically like one of our mail order tunes, but I go through and make sure everything in the vehicle is working correctly. We're looking to have our fuel trims not correct very much, or in general have the car, to the basic of the tune to be on enough that the car doesn't have to correct very much, if at all. And right now we're hovering at fuel trims at negative 1.6 and negative 2.3 from bank to bank, so that's pretty good. So hopefully this one will be done relatively quickly. We won't have too many adjustments to make. Those are the benefits of going to a shop that works on one type of vehicle compared to a shop that has to start these tunes from scratch every single time. Now we also know that it's going to be same operating system and everything that's been in other vehicles, so we know that there's not going to be any lights or problems or anything, because this file has been on the road in dozens of cars. So if there is a problem, it's most likely a problem with the specific vehicle. Cruising a little bit higher RPM right now. We're at a negative 0.8 and a negative 1.2 on fuel trims, so I'm very happy with that. We don't have any detonation or knock, although I haven't really gotten into it. We've also gone through the trans file. We've taken some of the lag out of the shifts, shortened the shifts, stiffened them a little bit. Not anything crazy on the low end, but wide open throttle will be a lot stiffer, but all around a little quicker. The car will just feel more responsive. So I'll go back and I'll review all my logs when I get back, but just taking short glances at it while I'm driving, we're right on the money with this car with just my base file. So this is the type of thing where if this was a mail order tune and there was nothing else wrong with the person's vehicle, they would have a vehicle right out of the gate that's right on the money because you're getting my last dyno tune. Doesn't always work out that way. Fortunately, with us being so close to Mexico, I'm able to hop the border and do a couple little wide open throttle pulls, and we were looking pretty good there, but the very top end was a touch lean, so I need to just add a little bit of fueling in there, but we're not too bad. I'm just going to pull over, make a little tune change here. One of my favorite pullover spots. So things that are going to be a lot faster when I'm working off of one of my previous tunes is things like timing tables, certain variables that are going to be the same car to car that I've already figured out on the dyno, what makes the peak power. I don't have to sit and do that now. I've already got that all figured out, so my templates that I start with are very close, if not sometimes right on, but usually I have to make a little tweak. Like this car now, I'm making a little tweak to the wide open throttle tuning. I was running about 13-to-1 wide open throttle, and I'm looking to be a little richer than that. And with the weight of this car, it's not a good idea in a light car, but that's I'll keep them just a touch richer, keep things together. Now when a new vehicle comes out and it's something that I haven't tuned before, I can spend an entire day on just some basic mod tunes to make sure that I'm doing the right thing for the customer and getting every bit of power I can get out of it safely. Keyword safely.
So we're on our way back from East Coast Supercharging. Hopefully you guys liked what Doug had to say. I don't actually know what he said in the video because he filmed it, and then I'm gonna have to go back and edit so I can create this video for everybody. But I trust what he says because all of my cars, whenever I need them tuned, I bring them to him. Even though I kind of know basic stuff with tuning, I really like to know what kind of power the car is making and when it's making its power. So usually I don't get a street tune done, I get a dyno tune done. I have lots of different videos on the channel showing dyno tuning, even with Doug in the videos. So I do trust what he says. So hopefully you guys enjoy what he said. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I thought it would be fun to show different Holdens, different Pontiacs. Sorry buddy, I was distracted by that guy in the truck. He couldn't figure out where he was going. Yeah, so we're headed back. I guess I'll end the video off here. This video was really about tuning and not so much about driving this car, but I do have a video that I'm editing, which may or may not be on the channel by now, talking about this car a little bit more and reviewing GTO. So make sure you catch that video. I appreciate you guys checking out all the other stuff I put on the channel. My wife is with me today, and she's been quiet the whole time because she's a little camera shy, but at least I get to hang out with her today, and we're gonna go get some lunch. So if there's things you liked in the video and things you didn't like in the video, please comment below. If there's stuff that Doug said that you thought was ridiculous or you thought was awesome, I want to hear about it. Just because he's a professional doesn't mean he's always right. And if he's wrong, I'd like to hear why. So please comment below. I usually get back to everybody right away. And have a very nice day, everyone.